Welcome to Sun City News. I'm your host, Norma Taylor, and here are some of the stories we're featuring for this week's show. Ann Prianti attended the Veterans Association's Flag Day celebration. Jojo Hines informs us about the Synchronette's upcoming event. And later in the program, we provide information on AEDs in Sun City. Sun City News starts now.
This is Sun City News. With our news team bringing you stories from Sun City and the Lowcountry. Taking the lead with entertainment news. And on deck is our sports report. Sun City News, from people you know, about people you know. This week's SCTV News starts now.
Every year, our nation celebrates and honors our flag. Each year since 1996, the Sun City Veterans Association has honored Flag Day with a moving ceremony. This year, they also celebrated the 250th birthday of the United States Army.
Good morning, Alan. Can you give us a brief history of why our nation celebrates Flag Day?
Well, the flag has been a symbol of the United States since the Revolutionary days. And in 1912, I believe it was, President Wilson determined that we should have a day to honor the flag, and he declared June 14th to be that day. And by presidential proclamation, Flag Day has been such since.
Great. And why does Sun City have a special celebration each year for Flag Day?
Well, Sun City has quite a history with Flag Day. From the beginning of the Sun City Veterans Association, we had a young man named Jack Young who had been a POW in World War II. And Jack was very, very fond of the flag. And you can imagine how a POW would feel to see the flag. And he insisted on taking care of flags. And we started out by accepting worn flags to be destroyed properly. And it has evolved into a celebration rather than just a flag burning.
Yeah. I understand that this is also a special day for a branch of the United States military?
Yes, ma'am. It's the 250th birthday of the United States Army. Hoorah!
I stand for peace, honor, truth, and justice. I stand for freedom. I am confident. I am arrogant. I am proud. When I am flown with my fellow banners, my head is a little higher, my colors a little truer.
Reporter and fellow mermaid Jojo Hines is checking in at the pool. So Jojo, what's going on?
On any given Saturday here in the Perrysburg pool at 9 a.m., you will find me and my fellow mermaids practicing our skills for our show in February. But for the past 3 months plus, approximately 12 of our swimmers have been practicing for a mini show. The brainchild of Julie Huey and Ann Ferrante, they put together the Mermaid Mini Show, a children's show for the children and grandchildren of our residents here in Sun City that will be visiting around the 4th of July holiday. And can you tell our viewers what spectators are going to see with this mini show?
Sure. So with our usual annual Synchronette show, the full show, there is great musical numbers and synchronized swimming that is wonderful for people of all ages. For this special show, just for the children, it's for the 14 and under crowd, and we'll have 3 swimming numbers with costumes and music that's just for them.
Okay, that sounds good. Now, so what type of songs did you pick out for the special audience?
Well, again, it's music that they're going to be very familiar with. There's some Disney music and some Beatles music. And it's just going to be something that when they walk in, they're going to know the music and they're going to enjoy it.
Now, Julie, can you tell our viewers when it is, where it is, and where these Synchronettes are going to be performing?
Sure. It'll be on Saturday, July 5th at 10 o'clock right here in Perrysburg Pool.
Excellent. And was there a charge for this, or?
Nope, it's free to anybody that comes. We have a limit of 200 seats.
Still more to come. Georgia Lash checked out the Discover Lowcountry Expo. We introduce you to an exceptional Sun City resident, and our SCTV crew went on the garden tour. So stay with us. We'll return after this brief break.
Sun City TV invites you to join our crew. Our growing technology presence requires enthusiastic, creative volunteers. No previous TV experience needed. Email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com.
Hundreds of Sun City residents toured through our pavilion at the Discover the Lowcountry Expo, a new event created by the Sun City Fishing and Hunting Club. Meet the club members and find out how this unique idea came to fruition.
Joe, we have a lot of clubs in Sun City, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have a lot of clubs who do a lot of things.
Yes.
I think you may have topped the list with this. This is Discover the Lowcountry, organized by Hunting and Fishing Club.
Yes. We all moved down here, right? We all fell in love with the area. We're known as the Lowcountry. What does that mean? Well, anybody that stops by today is going to find out.
This is a gathering of so many organizations that I've never seen in Sun City all the years I've been here.
We did both inside clubs and we went outside the community, and we're trying to cover all the bases we can.
Oh, well, this is great. I don't even want to ask because I'm sure it's a little painful, but how many hours have you all put into this?
So the lead on this is Chuck Volpe, and he has spent countless hours. This is our first time doing this. So not only with an event you have planning and everything, but the first time there's so much logistical items to be checked off, and he put in a lot. He had some great volunteers from the Fishing and Hunting Club, but he did a lot.
I have seen flyers, Facebook posts, etc. for months. And then you and I, a few months ago, talked about this event, Discover the Lowcountry, your idea, your brainchild, and today's the day.
Today's the day.
How do you feel?
Yeah, I feel really great. The weather's holding up. Everybody showed up. And we've got so many volunteers that have helped put our exhibit and other exhibits together. So a lot of enthusiasm. A lot of the clubs that are local here, they've signed up several new members. Our fishing club in the first hour, we've signed up 20 new members, and half of them were ladies, which we're thrilled about.
I'll tell you, you've got a whole cadre of fishing and hunting club people here. How many volunteers did it really sort of take? Can you estimate to get this off the ground?
In our club, I probably had about 25. Today, I've got about 15 manning our different exhibits, helping people park, unloading stuff, getting water for the exhibitors. We really wanted it to be convenient for the exhibitors.
Yes, definitely.
So we've showed them where to park. We help them unload. We've got water for them. We'll help them load up. And we've talked to all of them.
I think this is so much fun. We're actually doing a little show called Staycation because of all the ideas we're getting from here today,
great.
Chuck.
That's
so
great.
I guess you're going to have to get TV credits for being our media consultant. Terry, I just talked to your president of the club and mentioned how really, really ambitious this day is. Discover the Lowcountry, sponsored by Fishing and Awning. What are people going to see today at this exhibit?
Well, they're going to see everything about the outdoors, Bluffton, Savannah, Beaufort. We have 21 exhibits here, ranging from fishing, hunting. The Bon Appetit Club is here. I think the Boating Club is here. The Freedom Boat Club is here. But anything that has to do with the outdoors for the Lowcountry is here to tell people what it's all about, what they can do, where they can go, to enjoy this beautiful area that we live in.
SCTV was there and got many of the exhibitors on camera to give us lots of ideas for entertaining day trips. So be sure to tune in to the July episode of Extra. We spent some time with Brock Meeks, a Sun City resident who had a career as a journalist and started a Hope and Generosity tour. Let's listen to his amazing story. Well, Brock, you have such an interesting background. I mean, besides the Hope and Generosity tour, tell us a little bit about your history as a journalist.
Sure. Well, I bypassed college, and then I did a 4-year stint in the United States Air Force. After I got out, I started freelance writing. From there, I jumped to Wired magazine when cyberspace was still an exotic word. And then I did a stint with San Francisco Chronicle as a foreign correspondent. There I was embedded with the Mujahideen before embedded was even a word.
In Afghanistan?
In Afghanistan, yeah. And I worked my way in favorably with a group of Mujahideen. There were 12 different tribes, and I got in with one of them, and they agreed to take me inside Afghanistan. Now, this was just before the Russians had pulled out, and everybody thought that Kabul was going to be the next Beirut for the time, and there were a massive amount of foreign correspondents in Peshawar in Pakistan because they couldn't actually be based in Afghanistan at the time. So everybody was poised in Peshawar up in the northwest frontier province to go in. So I was lucky enough to be one of the only journalists inside Afghanistan when the Mujahideen kicked off their offense to establish their new government inside Afghanistan, and it was a really rough time. Everybody that I was traveling with ended up being killed in a rocket attack.
That must have been some experience for you. And then you come back, and what do you do?
Then I came back and kicked around for a while I recovered from PTSD before they even knew what PTSD was. And then I was lucky enough to be hired on with MSNBC. And I was one of the original startup crew at MSNBC. I was working back in Washington, D.C. at the time, so I spent a decade there working out of the Washington Bureau, where I covered stories on politics, privacy, and power. And I like to say that I covered more than a few stories that made the bureaucrats sweat.
Yeah, I can imagine that could be a whole nother segment about all the politics that went on in Washington while you were there. But we're here to talk about another project that you took on, which is your Hope and Generosity tour. And tell me about this 1982 Volkswagen van that you rebuilt, and you went on this amazing tour that you developed.
Yeah, so late last year, I spent time coaxing this very temperamental 42-year-old Volkswagen van across 6,000 miles of back roads through the American heartland. And she broke down on me a couple of times, but eventually she got me home. When we went through the American heartland, it was actually that I called the Hope and Generosity Tour. It was the culmination of an idea I had kicking around in my head for at least 20 years. And the intent was to go into small towns and find ordinary people that were doing extraordinary things but never asked for anything in return. I wanted to tell their stories to show that these small towns were still alive and that generosity was the thread that held them all together.
It's amazing. What are your fondest memories? You did this tour, you gave money to people. What are the fondest memories that you have of this Hope and Generosity tour?
Yeah, let me tell you about the money.
Okay.
That was kind of the twist on this whole thing. When I found somebody to talk to and tell their story, I'd spend time with them. And at the very end, right before I left, I handed them $1,000 in cash and told them there was no strings attached. They could do whatever they want with it. They could keep it for themselves. They could give it to somebody else in need, or they could buy a new swing set for the park in the town square.
Yeah, that's amazing.
The 2025 Garden Tour was a success with a sellout of 500 tickets for the Avant Gardeners Club. Here's a brief glance at the lush landscapes created by our neighbors.
Welcome to the 2025 Sun City Garden Tour. Artist Claude Monet said, "My garden is my most beautiful masterpiece." And all around Sun City, we have beautiful landscape masterpieces. Thanks to our Sun City Avant Gardeners Club, we feature 5 beautiful gardens for you to enjoy and be inspired by to create your own garden masterpiece. It's true that Lisa and Andrew Robinson started from the ground up in their new home's garden. Lisa started first with removal of the challenging native soil and replacing it with countless loads of organic plant mix. As former beekeepers, the Robinsons planned a pollinator garden. Using the Sun City butterfly and hummingbird garden for inspiration, this garden includes salvias, flame vines, milkweed, and other plants. The result is, as Lisa says, "My garden is a haven for God's little creatures and for the homeowners." Jerry and Kay Larson launched their landscape design as a departure from their previous Ohio landscape. While driving through Sun City neighborhoods, they were inspired by the many verdant gardens in our community. The Larsons succeeded in their interpretation of Lowcountry landscaping with their front yard. It features an open design with a spiraled flower bed resembling a hurricane, lavishly filled with pinto palms, ground palms, and foxtail ferns. Over at Nancy and Michael Morrison's garden, an eclectic theme prevails. Setting aside those northern garden traditions from her previous Ohio residence, Nancy describes her Sun City landscape as a garden of trial and error. Oh, there's no mistaking that her choice of plants like carfugiums and variegated ginger are winners. As a true gardener many can relate to, Nancy says her garden is a work in progress since she hasn't owned every plant available, but she'll keep trying. Dave Lemon and Sherry Lee designed their garden for year-round color that is visible from the house while maintaining a clear view of the lagoon. Features include a hardscape for outdoor living and elevated planters. The abundance of over 300 plants features daylilies, local favorites, and tropicals. Beauty to be seen inside and out. Claudia and A.J. Hill's garden is what most Sun City gardeners dream of. It's a harmonious blend of beauty and deer resistance. This garden oasis features variegated gingers, philodendrons, oleanders, palm salvias, succulents, and more. Adding landscape flavor are a fruit-producing pomegranate tree and an orange tree.
In the July episode of our SCTV show, In Our Neighborhoods, tune in to see all the gardens, the Pickney Hall displays, and the hummingbird and butterfly garden.
So much more ahead on Sun City News. Randy Selman's here with an entertainment report. Learn about AEDs in Sun City. And we have sports with JoJo Hines. So make sure you come on back.
Sun City TV invites you to join our crew. Our growing technology presence requires enthusiastic creative volunteers. No previous TV experience needed. Email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com.
Randy Selman's in the studio with entertainment news.
With the summer heat bearing down on us, it might be time to beat the heat with some cool musical entertainment. Every Wednesday is Sound Waves Wednesday. Feel the breezes while you sit around the pool at Hidden Cypress or the Lake House and listen to some cool music. Just bring your own refreshments and sit back and relax. The music begins at 5 p.m. Music by the Lake at Lake Somerset is another way to beat the heat. Every Monday at 5 p.m. you can meet up with friends and chill out while sitting and listening or dancing to the beat of the music. Don't forget a chair, some food, and drink, and maybe some insect repellent. You can even bring your four-legged friend along to enjoy the evening out. If the grandchildren are visiting over the 4th of July week, there is plenty for them to do while at Sun City. How about taking the kids to the movies? Where theaters will cost you an arm and a leg, just take a seat in Magnolia Hall for free. They will be showing 2 movies on one day on July 1st. The first is Inside Out 2, which will be showing at 11 a.m. This movie is a sequel to Inside Out. It follows a young girl, Riley, as she experiences brand new and more complex emotions. This is not only a kids' movie, but for adults as well. I, as a grandma, just love both of these movies. Then at 2 p.m., Despicable Me 4 reunites Gru, Lucy, Margot, Edith, and Agnes as they welcome a new member to their family. This movie once again brings all the action that has delighted kids and parents for years. Both these movies are great ways to spend time with your grandchildren and stay cool. Want more? Wednesday, July 2nd is Kids Day. Bring the kids in their bathing suits to the pavilion for some fun in the sun. There will be face painting, music by DJ Andy, and a water slide. Jack Frost will also be there selling ice cream. This is a free event, and an adult must accompany their children at all times. If golfing is your thing, join the fun while playing Family Glow Putt-Putt. Glow Vibe Golf brings the Glow Party to Sun City with an 18-hole indoor mini Glow golf course. This is a first-come, first-served free event that begins at 11 and continues until 3 p.m. in Pickney Hall. Adults must accompany their children at all times. You and your family will not want to miss Sun City's annual 4th of July celebration beginning at 6 p.m. Although there will be events happening all afternoon, the band, Southside Station, kicks off the evening with great music and dancing, and the event ends with a magnificent fireworks display. Watch for more information in your weekly updates. Now, if that isn't cool, I don't know what is. I'm Randy Selman, and that's your entertainment report. Remember, life is entertaining, so don't miss the show.
The first week of June was National CPR and AED Awareness Week, spotlighting how every second counts in an emergency. Sudden cardiac arrest, when the heart suddenly stops beating, can happen to anyone at any time. An automated external defibrillator, AED, is a portable device that uses an electric shock to restore normal heart rhythm during sudden cardiac arrest. Now, the value of AEDs is not lost on Sun City Hilton Head Community Association staff, which has prioritized the installation of 61 AEDs on property to date. No matter where a resident visits within Sun City gates, they will almost always be close to an AED. To find the nearest device, residents can look for AED signs indicated by a heart with a lightning bolt throughout the property, or visit www.suncityhiltonhead.org for an interactive map of AEDs in Sun City. Now, Sun City offers 2 types of AEDs, LifePak CR Plus and LifePak CR2. While LifePak CR Plus is designed for use on adults only, LifePak CR2 can be used on adults and children. In an emergency, no training or prior knowledge is required for anyone to use an AED. As soon as the device is opened, the instructions are voice activated. AEDs analyze the heart's rhythm and only deliver a shock if needed. This means that anyone, even children, can use an AED safely, knowing that it cannot harm the patient. Each AED has an attached packet to be used in conjunction with the device once activated. The packet contains a CPR mask, a pair of nitrile gloves, emergency shears, safety prep razor, dry cleaning towel, and a wet wipe. You could make a difference in someone's life. Follow these simple steps if you see someone collapse without warning. Number 1, call 911. Number 2, start CPR. And number 3, use an AED until help arrives. Now let's head over to Jojo Hines for some sports news.
Picture this, 2 hardballs approximately the same size, one you hit with a pointy wooden stick, and the other with a heavy wooden mallet or stick. You probably guessed by now I'm referring to croquet and billiards. We have a billiards room located in the Embassy Center around the back of the building. Now I stopped by to check out these gentlemen practicing. Let's watch.
Okay, but you can't take the pressure in the picture. How close? Yeah, I get it. I'm heading. I'm never actually. Yeah, so it wasn't time. It should be. I started, dog. Without cheating on the first time, it's all it is. It's all it is. Different spot. Before. Release that. They could shoot that air always dog. That's right. Some stick right back there. It stops.
To say.
Think of relevant.
Now please refer to Sensation for times of available play, but they invite a beginner or a pool shark to join them. They play in a calm and social environment. They have league play, tournaments, and social events to round out some friendly competitions. Sounds like fun. Now, if you would like to use the billiards room, it's open to the public, but the best times to go is Sunday to Thursday from 12 to 5. Now on to the Croquet Club. You can go down to the lawns at Town Square on any given Sunday at 1 p.m., where you will find members that would be glad to give you free instruction to the game. They will supply the equipment for an introduction to the game. The Sun City Croquet Club plays several variations of United States Croquet Association, the USCA croquet, including 6-wicket, 14-point, golf croquet, 9-wicket or backyard croquet, and association rules croquet. That's right, croquet is catching on fast with over 100 members. Now, like I always say, you're never too old to try a new sport, so get out there and give one a try. Jojo Hines for Sun City Sports.
Well, that's our news for this week. Thank you for watching. Catch us on cable and on our YouTube station, where we invite you to click like and subscribe. To see expanded coverage of some of our SCTV stories, tune into our monthly show Extra. And if you have questions and comments, email us at suncitytvhh@gmail.com. Check in with us next week for all the news that's in your neighborhood. For Sun City News, I'm Norma Taylor.